Good day and welcome to the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. My name is Shola Rogers.
My name is Olajulipa. With your warm welcome to the bar this very interesting afternoon. It is the bar. It's another time for plenty gist about things going around in Nigeria and all over the world. Talking about politics, sports, entertainment, and everything else in between.
Yes, and talking about everything that started sometime in the towards the later part of last year. I think it was July or August last year, about a Nigerian senator, his daughter, and his wife.
Yeah, serving senator actually.
Yeah,
at the moment.
and we will be talking about that definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely on the front burner. There's a lot of election news, a lot of reactions coming from the elections with governorship. Some people are getting suspended from their wards. Some people are, some excos are, what is wrong with you? Some excos are, what's the word now? Some excos are getting suspended or cancelled or whatever it is you want to call whatever it is they're going through. Some results have been finally announced, so I think to a large extent a lot of people know where they stand now. In jail, or he's probably on his way to jail. He's already in jail if last time I checked, really. And according to things going on now, it is I think this conversation started where he was said to be arrested when he was involved in organ trafficking with a 21-year-old. It started with that person was a minor, then he moved to no, it was not a minor, it was 21-year-old and all that, and that his child was ill, he needed to get a new kidney for his daughter, and there was a lot of talks about that, but unfortunately he got picked up. His wife, his doctor, and the daughter in question, they were all involved in this. And worst case, it was in the United Kingdom, where there's really nothing anybody else can do about it. Now it has been said that his wife, and his doctor they've been found guilty of organ trafficking. Keep in mind, I'm sure that his daughter is still ill anyway. Well, they definitely the sentencing is going to be in a few weeks, but they definitely they've been found guilty.
It's a really sad situation, regardless of how you look at it. For me, as a person, in the sense that the illicit trade in human organs is one of the scariest things that's going on in the world. Some people have actually made it into a business.
Very interesting. It's a very peculiar one because, of course, the idea of looking for... I'd read a part of it, or a part of his statement, where he had said that a doctor had told him about... they had warned them about getting family members to donate a kidney, because, of course, that's the first thing you pop up, that her... why is because her condition can be hereditary. So... nobody is even safe in the family, so it's rather not get someone else that even the kid. How are you sure of that other person's kidney? Or even if you take out that person's kidney, the other one will be able to last. And the funny thing is that this girl still is ill. Now looks like her dad and her mom are going to jail,
And she still needs
a kidney.
donor. Now, going through a bit of their family pictures on Facebook and all of that, the father actually has a very vibrant page on Facebook, Senator Ekweremadu. Graduation pictures of their daughter, Sonia. Lovely family picture and everything. When I think that was when she had just concluded her first degree. Then fast forward to a few months after, she actually went back, and it was during this, master's program that she fell ill, and fast forward to today. Now, our parents, our mom and dad, have been adjudged to be complicit in a crime, including the family doctor.
Doctor, yeah.
And in her own part, she's also culpable for facilitating the travel of the victim. I use victim in quote now because honestly, from the guy's angle, I feel the guy is tainted too, in the sense that initially denied that it was that of a certain age,
and all
then
that. Yeah,
there were stories of how he did that just because he wanted to go abroad and all. Now, I think someone of the doctor that advised the family doctor and Senator Ekweremadu himself should have actually gone through the hospital that their daughter was being treated.
Yeah.
I think they should have followed the legal channels
of getting a donor.
There's a part of you that wants to understand that, look, as a father or a mother or someone who actually loves someone, you would go to any extent or go to any length to try to, save someone you love so much. But everything, there's something that's become like a song here, like doing it within the confines of the law.
Of the law, exactly.
And the funny thing is, we always think social media is only about Instagram and posting pictures. But what if you had even used that channel to say, look, you're looking for a donor? At least this you announce to the world.
Wow,
because at some point, do you know that some people actually popped up on social media who were off after he had been arrested?
All this is
so happening. What if he had actually followed that channel and said, you know what, please, the daughter needs a donor for this particular organ and everything. You don't even need to play up the financial inducement part or whatever, but at least definitely the person's welfare will be catered to.
Yeah, it's
because there has to be rehabilitation. It's a surgery. It's a double surgery.
Yeah.
The donor also is going under the knife.
Yeah.
And there has to be some
major surgery.
Yeah.
As well. It's very, very interesting that this is happening. Like I said, I honestly feel very sorry for the fact that even after all this, there's still a sick child involved.
Yeah.
In this whole mess. Also, there's an angle where a serving senator, a former deputy senate president from Nigeria, is going to jail in the UK.
Yeah.
He's still a senator, just in case people were like he's still a senator from Enugu State. So it also paints Nigeria in a bad light.
The funny thing is that there was actually buzz about him becoming a governor. This happened right about the time when he probably would have actualized his dreams, to leave the Senate and move to his home state as a governorship candidate or something. It's a sad situation all around.
Yeah.
Now, if you check all the foreign media,
everybody's saying
Nigerian senator.
Do you understand? It's very, I'm like, okay, this person has a name.
Now, again, Nollywood and its old stories of, fetish and all sorts of funny things. At times, people fail to see that it's just creativity.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? I noticed that especially when there's all these Twitter wars between the Twitter battles between Nigeria and Kenya, Nigeria and South Africa, Nigeria and Ghana, and Nigeria and whoever. I don't know how those things start, but they always, happen on Twitter, and you start to see them making references to
this kind of
these movies. At times, I find it laughable. But funny thing is, some people actually believe.
Well, some people believe that's how
that the things they see in the Nollywood movies or the old Nollywood movies.
Exactly how they are, and it's obvious that this particular one that is not a movie is definitely not going anytime soon. So they definitely have been sentenced, but they have been found guilty of.
So sentencing will be soon.
Very soon.
We don't know the
I'm guessing so.
extent that they're going to go to. At some point, the Nigerian government tried to get involved. I remember a video of some Nigerian senators who went there with members of I think it's the Nigerian embassy. And there were some Nigerians, not some, there were like 2 or 3 Nigerians who were actually, picketing and protesting, against the presence of these other Nigerian officials and all. But regardless of whatever happens, you still look at the status of the person involved. Was most likely carrying a diplomatic passport.
Yeah, not most likely, definitely.
Definitely, that would accord him some level of
because whether we like it or not, it definitely would. It definitely would
by the Nigerian
rub
government.
this kind of things rub off on us adversely. So you might think that you don't care, it's not my business, but it actually is your business.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the update, and as we continue, we'll be talking about it, on all the platforms. But majorly at this moment, we have just looked at, and we are still looking at the guilty verdict was returned against a serving Nigerian senator in the UK. Some people have actually also, I'm just going to make reference to it. We try not to comments, but again, we also want to look at what the street is saying. If it was in Nigeria by now, there will be no judgment. Some people said, if it wasn't Nigeria by now, the case would have been adjourned, it would have been granted bail, and the case will be extended and extended. And that's an indictment on the judicial system of Nigeria. Now, whatever it is, if these 2 comments that I just talked about are real or not, we need to strengthen our institutions. It needs to go beyond rhetorics now, and it needs to go beyond lip service. We need to come to a point where we actually cannot cast aspersions, because they can, and it's on them, to step up their game, and also on us to, speak as it should be.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on from that. So I think that President Buhari is in the season of signing bills.
Yeah, he's signing them like they're going out of fashion now.
He is going out of fashion.
I'm talking about the bills.
No, I'm just saying
I'm talking about the bills. I don't know what
you're going out of fashion. So let me just get it done, which I actually applaud though. Let him get as much work done as possible, because he's actually going out of fashion.
It's evident in every human endeavor, every facet of life, every stage in life. Usually when you're coasting home, when you're about to breast the tape, you would find a flurry, because you find that there are a lot of things that you can still achieve within a very short time. You see it in basketball games or football games when they're like, injury time, extra time, and 2 or 3 goals that you couldn't score for 90 minutes could be scored in 2 or 3 minutes, and this is also what's happening now with the bills that are being signed, because these bills are actually unstable, and the more it can clear off, the easier it might be for the next president.
Yeah, I think it's not even just the president for the 10th Assembly. The more these bills go, because I'm guessing if these bills are not passed, it gets sent back to the Assembly. So maybe the more these bills are passed and they move on, then the new Assembly has more time for new stuff, and we're just not recycling the old stuff back and forth.
And again, on the side of the populace, on the side of the people, we the people should benefit from some of these laws that have been bills that have been signed into law. For instance, the most talked about one today is the copyright
law. Yeah. It's definitely an upgrade from the 2004 copyright law. This is supposed to provide regulation, protection, and administration of copyright. Is to protect the rights of authors, to ensure rewards and recognition for their intellectual efforts. Basically a lot of other things. So
where you have some landlords would go and remove the roof of a house or remove the door, trying to get someone out. I'm not saying that all tenants are model tenants and they are fantastic. I'm just saying that everybody has rights. What the law says about them, and even the landlords too, because some landlords also allow tenants to cheat them. So it's the same application for these laws. But the copyright law is a very good one. There was a time where I was